All right, welcome back everybody. I'm Sean with Murphy Outdoors. Thanks for joining us for Tailgate Talks. So today I'm gonna do a little bit more of a deep dive into the Latitude Outdoors Method 2 saddle and Speed Series kit. This is the highly weighted Speed Series platform, this is the X-Wing. They also have the Rebel platform. Bought these as a set, say probably about a month ago. Don't remember the price off the top of my head. I want to say it was in the $700 range, so not cheap. However, once I've got it in my hands and looking at the quality and the features on here, I would say it's a good value. These items should last me a long time. As long as I don't see the need to go with a different system, this should be all I need to buy for quite a bit. The Method 2 saddle that I opted to go for is a 2-panel saddle. It has no metal on here to make noise. It uses a rope to tighten it down, pull it tight, fold it up a little bit, tuck it out of the way. Got the bridge attached to it. 2-panel setup like I mentioned, and to keep the panels together when you're hiking in, it uses a magnet system. You get up in your stand, just slide this down under your bum, and when you get down and you're ready, just pull it right back up, snaps in. It's quiet. You almost can't even hear it right here. I'm trying to make noise and it's still, cannot imagine it would interfere with hunting whatsoever. Quality of materials, workmanship, everything looks to be top notch. I don't see any loose ends, any frays, anything like that. And it came with the dump pouch, and we'll pull everything out of the dump pouch in the order that I would plan on using it. Comes with the leg straps for when you start to climb the tree. That'd be the first thing I'd put on. After that, got your lineman's rope. Comes with the beaners. Nice ropes, nice and thin, flexible. After that, you got your tether. Once again, comes with the black diamond locking beaner. Good quality. Everything's done by Latitude Outdoors at their factory. You don't have to worry about building anything, unless of course that's your thing, which I can fully understand that. And the gear strap that I mentioned in my other saddle system video, where I discussed all the pieces of equipment I'm going to be using. This gear strap is well thought out though. Got a spot to attach your backpack to it. You can easily raise and lower it. Lower it, keep it out of your way when you're doing your hunting and shooting. If you need to get a little snacky at lunchtime, just pull on the strap, raise it right on up. It's pretty quiet too. And then when you're done with your bag, throw everything back in there. Just pull the buckle up, lower your bag right back out of the way. And so now we'll get this thing on the tree. Show everybody what it's all about. All right, Latitude Outdoors Speed Series X-Wing platform, finally here in my hands. First time putting it on the tree. Cam buckle strap that it comes with has loops already fastened on there. Get that thing wrapped around the tree. Attach the built-in supplied Versa button. Thing tightened on there. Give it a little bit of a cam action into the tree. One thing that they do recommend is that you get up on here, and I'll demonstrate that in a minute, and toe kick it in. So I'll get up here, get this tether put on, just to do it proper, be safe. 2 feet off the ground. But hey, never be too safe, right? All right, so I'm up here in the tree, got my tether put on, about nose height, which seems to be generally, everybody approves of somewhere in that facial range. Pull down the bottom part of my 2-piece saddle to support my bum. One thing you will have to play with is the height you want this on your back, where you want this on under your bum, if at all, and then where you want your bridge on your bridge loops. I had this up in a tree a couple days ago. Found that I liked them just a little bit over halfway for my personal needs. Takes the weight off and evenly distributes on my back and on my bottom side. However, I will be playing with the bridge length a little bit here. That feels pretty good. All right, so now here on the platform, I'm gonna go ahead, step up onto here and do what they call the toe kick. I'm gonna put all my weight up here on the top part, kick this all the way up, and then slowly step down on here. Not jumping on it, not bouncing, just getting it to where it cams in. Gives a nice solid bite, cams in on that strap. Alright, now we'll settle into the saddle. Now, in previous video I pointed out this tree is not an ideal tree by any means. It's got a kind of oblong cross section, and right where this is sitting, it's biting in a little uneven here. Not fully engaged here, so I expect this to have a little bit of wobble based on this tree. But that being said, I'm out here on this edge. The thing's really not moving. This top part, you could see it from my angle, is not as engaged as I would like it to be. But once again, this thing's not moving. Out here on this edge here, pushing sideways, pushing back on it. All right, it just moved a tiny bit, but I don't feel unstable. It's not giving me any cause for concern, like it's gonna slip out and I gotta fall. Come back over to this side. All right, there I just got a little bit of a shift. Oh, there it goes. Fully cammed in now. So that might improve things. The bottom part's fully bit in. All right, so I'm getting it to move around a little bit. Not ideal, but I'll do some more practice. Some of this could definitely be on me, as I've stated earlier. This is gonna be my first year saddle hunting. There's probably some tips and tricks that I could stand to learn, but all right, I just got it to give out All right, I came over to say about 15 degrees around the tree. This top part's able to get engaged a lot better. I'd say the bottom's engaged more evenly as well. So I'm still getting a little bit of a kick out here. Yeah, maybe it's me, maybe it's the tree. Whew. All right. Well, that's gonna have to be something that we explore a little bit. Let's try this again. As far as being in a normal position, feels stable. I like how these are nice and close to the tree. Feels pretty comfortable. I need to stand up. I was a little skeptical with these cutouts here. Heard people say you can still stand on this thing. You can. Yeah, it could be done. Let me see if I can turn around. Yeah, for tinkle time. Yeah, you can definitely make that happen. Rope over the shoulder, you can definitely get a shot in this way, or if you want to come over the other shoulder. Would I want to stand on this small of a platform with these cutouts for all day? Probably not, but it does offer some variety for different ways to sit or stand on it rather. Now that I've cammed in better, let me try coming out here. Okay, so if I have my weight out here, I'm good. Issues I've run into once I get back here. Let's try it again. Yep, as soon as I take my weight off this part here outside, it slips out. Let's try that again. Okay, so I'm focusing, keep my right leg on. My left leg where it's at, I'm good. I'm not kicking out at all. As soon as I start to release that weight from this tip, it's slipping out on me. Design, I can't say. It could be me, it could be the setup. I've seen videos where the Latitude outdoor guys stand where my left foot is and it doesn't kick out, so it could have something to do with it being this tree or my installation. Let's try it the other way. Yep. So I'll play with it more throughout the season. I don't have any qualms about starting the season and using it, but I think if you're going to try and really push around the tree from one of these back edges, you might want to be a little bit leery, or maybe have a ring of steps going through this lower cutout for some added stability. But like the design, looking forward to trying it out. All right, I just wanted to do a little quick follow-up. So I did some playing around with this thing, moved it over to the other side of the tree, and was able to get some better lockup on the top and on the bottom. But after reviewing, you know, the times that it gave out was really, wasn't even when I put pressure along this edge, it's when I put pressure along this edge. Here's the pivot point. If I'm getting weight right here, it totally makes sense that it would give out no matter how well you have it cammed in there. So I think that was more user error than anything. But once I moved it over here, I played around with it. I was on the tree. I was able to get 360-degree shooting angles with no problem, standing on every bit of it. The only part I stayed off was this edge right here. Had no issues. So, you know, definitely be mindful of when you're using this in the field. And if you do think you're gonna have an issue or just want to mitigate any issues, use that. Put a ring of steps or an extra strap through there and have less of a problem. But the way it comes to you, I think it is just fine. Shouldn't have any problems using it in the field. Just be mindful, you know, it's got to mitigate that user error. But solid product, should make a lot of their customers happy. And I'm excited to see them coming out with their own platforms, and I believe they might even have some climbing steps coming out in the not too distant future. So be sure to check out Latitude Outdoors and sign up to get email blasts from them.